Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's Swissman 15, and welcome to another battle replay from Medieval Suit Total War. Actually, this is the Britannia expansion, and none other than that, this is a theme battle from the Britannia Hotseat, where me and Swedishlandsneckt played as the Siege of Derry, which occurred in Ireland, turn 22, I think. Anyway, or 23. Maybe. Anyway, so we replicated our armies as well as we could, getting the units, because some we can't replicate because of mercenaries and all. But and then we decided we'd play at the siege, and it was a lot of fun. Very close siege, and you'll see. And I originally wanted to do this with Swedishlandsneckt, and it's been quite a few weeks now, and we haven't been able to get together. And he was saying a while ago that he you can record it without me, and I feel bad because I wanted to record it with him, but I'm running out of battles to record. truly I am. And because I've been playing a lot of Medieval 2 Total War online recently, I've just been busy playing other games. Yeah, busy. And actually, with the recording in general, I've been busy because I have been getting schoolwork, SATs. I just got my scores back and deciding on colleges, which is kind of good because, you know, I have a little bit down based on my SAT score. Got a perfect score in math. Woo, 800. And yeah, it's been a lot of stuff going on. And anyway, so I hope you guys enjoy the siege. And also, I hope you guys enjoy Easter tomorrow. That's gonna be hopefully a lot of fun. I don't know. I had fun on Easter. Got free food. You know, free food is good food. And yeah, so let's get straight into this. In this battle, I'm playing as my king. What's his face? How could I forget my king's name? King Magnus, and his noble army that we sent to the front to take on the second wave of Norwegians heading into Ireland after the first wave under Knudgrath. So, for what I have is a few units of peasants, archers, and spear militia, bringing up the siege equipment because they're throwaway units that I don't really need. And I have 2 units of crossbowmen sort of sitting around, 2 units of semi-axemen with ladders, a ton of Viking Raiders, 3, 6, 7 Viking Raiders, 2 Huskarls, 1 Svenner and 1 Huskarls, and a General's Bodyguard. And defending we have none other than Swedishlandsneckt with quite a few units. He's got some Desai Javelin men up on the walls with Cetharian and light infantry that he has everywhere in Ireland, everywhere, and I mean everywhere. And I still feel bad for Swedishlandsneckt not being able to be here. I really hope I can get into a co-commentary with him. He's a fun guy. He's got some Gaelic archers over here. I think one has armor upgrades. They look pretty cool. He's got more Desai Javelin men, some Utsmen. Oh wait, yeah, Utsmen and Cetharian, so his main infantry body, and more Desai Javelin men. He's got his General's Bodyguard back here, and some more of this light infantry that he holds so dearly in his heart. So let's get straight into this battle. I don't have any siege equipment, any artillery, so I have to go in blazing with these siege rams. And I took exactly what I built, too. It was as close as we could get it. The only things I couldn't replicate is like the Gaelic, or actually the Gaellic, and I think I had some mercenary crossbowmen, and probably something else that I can't quite replicate because they're not possible to get it. And yeah, it was a great siege. And look at these fire arrows already raining down on my poor spear militia throwaway unit. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but how much would it suck to be the throwaway unit and you know it? You're just going there to be a meat shield and get something done at the expense of many lives because they don't really care about your abilities. That would suck. But yes, the Gaelic archers are beginning the onslaught. If I were him, I would actually be raided with my ammo from the Gaelic archers for a more suitable target, like my Viking Raiders, which I'm already beginning to send up afterward because I want them to get in as soon as possible. And I have my General's Bodyguard going up for moral support. And these Viking Raiders are nothing to be messed with. They're actually quite strong of a unit, especially in the Britannia expansion, with their armor-piercing axes, and they're pretty good, pretty decent. And then probably the best infantry unit I would say is just my Huskarls, because they can scare enemy infantry, and they're my elite units here. Oh my god, shut up. This guy needs to stop talking to me. And what I do here is I get these guys off the ladders immediately, or siege towers immediately, because they're not going to really help on theirs, and I get my Viking Raiders to go in themselves. I actually send the Spear Militia because they can fight in melee. I don't really care about them. And I'm just pulling these Viking Raiders to go up and in. They took a few casualties running up, but you know, they are a light unit. They don't have much armor to protect them. And I'm beginning the onslaught. And basically, Viking Raiders do outclass these Setharine. My light infantry are better than yours, Swedishlandsneckt. How dare you even... dare you even question me? I have the better. But, and actually they come in higher numbers too, I think. Setharine comes in only 60. And the Viking Raiders come in 75, so they come in better numbers and better squill. But these Ostmen, of course, do outclass my Viking Raiders, I believe, especially in a bottleneck situation like that we have at the gate. The good thing is there is no burning oil to go down on my troops, my poor men. And then we also have some Viking Raiders going in and making headway in between his walls and making some progress there, especially on this one. The Spear Militia are doing actually quite well against these Setharine. They're not the best light infantry, I think. They do have axes, though, so yeah, but they also look like they're wearing weird turbans. Not turbans, just they're full body things, and they look like awkward man skirts, so... Not only are my Viking Raiders better, but they dress better, too. And over here we are pushing our way through. Actually, I guess they do have sort of a man skirt as well. They don't have pants either. Do anyone? I don't think any of them have pants, but, you know, these guys look like they have really oversized sweatshirts on, and actually the ones that are sharps look like prison goers who just got out of prison, so, once again, my men are just better than yours! And, now I'm setting up my noble Sami Axemen, because they're a great unit in this game, because the two-hand glitch is fixed, and they're gonna be the, final blow in taking the walls, but he's focusing down with his archers on them, and you can see quite a few casualties with these Sami Axemen. Despite looking so awesome, they are taking quite a beating from these archers, so I'm trying to get them close to the walls where they get hit less. And my general is up here, and I actually have my peasant archers trying to do some counterfire, because I'm like, what good will they be in this siege? Really, what will they be? So right now it's just a fight for the walls, and the gate, of course. And the gate seems not to be going so well. He's got his javelin men, which are getting tons of kills at the backs of my lines, and he's got a nice bottleneck going on. But as for the wall situation, it seems to be slowly going in my favor, despite you can see quite some casualties coming from the javelin men. Look at them! Just taking out all my spear, and my Spear Militia route, of course. But other than that, my Viking Raiders are going straight through these Setharine, and they are not... They actually, yeah, look at this. These units have just gotten up, but oh my god, look at all the Viking Raiders who died down here, just waiting to get up from the Javelin Men. The Javelin Men are no joke in this game. They do really, really strongly and very, very well. And I think I have all my Viking Raiders already up and through, and that's why I have my Sami Axemen heading up into the front, trying to go through. But right here, this is my most successful point. I've pretty much taken out this wall. Only a few of these Setharine remain against this siege tower, and the rest of my troubles are over here, where I am losing the engagement overall. And you can see some Viking Raiders are routing over here. And here I send in my Huskarls, I'm like, I don't know what to do with them. You know what, they can pave the way through the gate, because I don't want to lose my infantry. And my cav won't do much better anywhere else. And look at that, I actually got a bit of a charge off, so good for the Huskarls. And they do have armor-piercing axes, and they can absorb, I guess, the javelin throws. There was no better time to use them, so I thought, you know what, they're going to push through the gate. And I think I do send up my light cav too later, because I'm like, there's nothing for them to do. What can they do? Nothing. And here I got my Viking Raiders, so many of them glitching through the walls that I try to divide them, sending them that way and this way to take them out. And I got my Sami Axemen as well, going up on the walls, taking on the Setharine. And actually, these Setharine do quite well against the Sami Axemen, because the Sami Axemen coming up on the walls, just, they don't have the time to kill them. And they're not armored opponents, so they're light infantry, which is probably the best thing to put against the Sami Axemen, which already have taken heavy casualties from archer fire. My other unit is waiting outside over here to go into the front at the gate, but we are starting to push through. His infantry lines are running thin. He's mostly got javelin men left, so the big flaw in his army is that right now he doesn't have enough infantry. He's got some Desai javelin men, but that isn't much. I don't know how good they are in melee, but they don't look too good. They have clubs. They have clubs. Not like clubs that you go to, but clubs that you hit people with, and that's just pathetic. But his Ostmen are putting up quite a fight for this gate, so I'm guessing they got a ton of kills over here. And my Sami-Axemen are also pushing through. But unfortunately, the Sami-Axemen also are absorbing all this archer fire. And as you can see, Ireland is now slowly retreating his skirmishers back because he realizes the fight for the walls has gone in my direction. I have taken pretty much most of it. And he's got his general back here, and he's just trying to take out as many of these guys as he can before he gives up the gate. And finally, the Ostmen have failed him. Well, they haven't failed him. They fought really well and took out quite a few units for this gate. But he's still got his javelin men. And I guess this one's he's sacrificing it. And the Sami-Axemen go to work against these javelin men. And it's now just a fight. And I got my Viking Raiders, and right now it seems quite far in my favor. It is 55% of my own army dead to 43%, but that's pretty close for a siege, and it's still in my favor considering I have these two Discman Huskarl, quite a heavy unit, and his infantry has been overall demolished. Pretty much, yeah. It's not much remains, and he's got some javelin men, which he's now using in the front. But my Viking Raiders are beaten up, shaken, and tired, or at least some of them are tired. My Sami-Axemen, I'm keeping in reserve over here, just trying to keep the units I can. And now I got my light cav going in, and I'm just trying to make my way through. But he still has this wall under his control, and I have this entire Viking Raider unit just trying to take it out. But it's a very slow fight. Look, they just standing this one guy, then eventually he goes for a hit. And it seems they're not really fighting back, my Viking Raiders. I'm not sure what they're doing, but I don't think they know the entire point of fighting is to hit back and kill the enemy. Oh, that poor horse just got incinerated. So I was hoping I could push through here and take out these archers with my light cav, but apparently this light cav is not very capable at all, and is getting demolished by these javelin men, which is even more surprising. So these javelin men are no joke, and they are probably the backup of this army, opposed to the light infantry, which got rather destroyed on the walls. His Ostmen are the only thing that kept the gate going for so long. And that one guy, look at him, looks so noble on the ground. Was a great unit until he died. So he's retreated back to his town square with some of his units, or what he has, the scraps of his infantry and the last reserve light infantry, and soon to be his archers as well, which I think he had going around somewhere. Not sure where they went to. Or they scampered off to. Where did it go, is the real question.
Only half the enemy
I'm not very sure. Oh, there it is. Here it is. The Gaelic archers on a run. Very tired. And slowly but surely, this Desai Javelin mini unit is falling apart, but it's taking this grand Sami-Axemen unit with it, which is surprising. So it had to bring in the second one, which is taking a lot of casualties from archer fire. So the Swedishlandsneckt did a great use with his skirmishers, and I'm just trying to make way with all my axes. And yeah, pretty much my entire army is equipped with axes, besides an exception of a few poor units. And I've got my peasant archers going in, just starting to make some headway, and I think I'm sending, my Norse archers. I had Norse archers. Apparently I did. And a crossbow militia, I think. I think I sent the crossbow militia up on the walls or something. And I've got peasant archers over there. Where are the crossbow militia? Oh, here, crossmen. There they are. They're not crossbow militia, they're crossbowmen. And so I have this beaten up unit of Sami-Axemen of all that remains, and he's retreating all else. He's got some Gaelic archers, but my Viking Raiders cannot run fast enough to catch up with them. My Spear Militia, neither can they. They are running slower than slow. It looks like me after doing a couple sprints. Yeah, I was doing sprints today, and oh my god, they kill me. I can't do sprints and maintain that. Just doing sprints on repeat. And this one poor Viking Raider, he's seen a lot of action. I really hope he stays alive. I don't know if I noticed him during the battle. It was a while ago. as I said, we were waiting to record together, but of course Swedishlandsneckt and I have different places, different times, and very busy people. So, anyway, these Norse archers are going in. I hope I don't send him in a melee, and I think I'm going to I want to shoot him to bits. And it's going to be a bit of a skirmish over here. So, what is it right now? 68 to 61. He still has a 7% advantage, but I think I have the infantry advantage, of course, on my side. But we have taken the walls, which is the first and main barrier. Now, I'm just trying to weed him down with some archer fire, take out the remnants of his infantry and javelin men, who did a great fight for the walls, but not good enough, because now I have broken into the center of his town, and he's down to his general's bodyguard and else. Where did the general's... Yes, he has his general's bodyguard actually going on here, and I think he didn't know... I don't know if he was going for a flank or just take out these light infantry, but it's not with everything else. So I send my general's bodyguard to counteract his and make sure it dies. Because it's a bit of a risk to send in general versus general, because you don't know which general will die, but one's going to die first. It's a matter of luck for general versus general, purely. And over here, I'm just blowing apart his Setharine, and I think these Gaelic archers, yes, they're out of ammo and they have axes ready, so they're probably pretty good at melee themselves. So he's not out of it yet at all. And I got my Huskarls, my main awesome unit, going in, and they'll be ready to take out the enemy soon enough, because they have a scare enemy infantry, which is good when they can rout, but they can't rout, but still they're very, very strong with armor piercing, and they're fresh, opposed to these guys who are beaten up. And look, this poor Setharine unit, one guy left. You can see how bloody his legs are. Poor guy. Sorry, he's gonna have to die too. Sorry. And he's got more Gaelic archers running over, and I think these still have ammo, so they can shoot back against my Norse archers, and I think they will, as I slowly tear apart his Desai javelin men. Just one left standing here, one left standing there. Just scraps of troops are remaining. 2 Otsman over here. It's a bit of a mess. And there goes that final javelin man, slain with his comrades. All died in the exact same way, apparently. And now it's a skirmish between Gaelic archers and Norse archers, the two main archers of both factions. I think they have equal range, which is both pretty bad range. But we'll see who can triumph here. I have my infantry preparing over here, hiding behind the buildings for cover from the archer fire. And I actually think, yeah, I have some peasant archers in the mix here, joining the Norse archers in the firing of the enemy, against the enemy. So about 80 archers right here. Nope. Yeah, more than 80. More than 80, like 90 archers firing against these poor 59 archers over here. And they are tired, but I think mine are too. Yes, they are both equally tired. So, and mine are not standing in loose formation because they don't have enough space. They do not have the space to do it, but I'm just trying to weed down his numbers. I don't care about my archers because that's all I can do is absorb it. And I still have crossbowmen somewhere. And this noble Viking raider, he looks so awesome on his own. He's very bloodied up. He saw 74 of his comrades die. Poor guy. Poor guy, but I think he lives. I hope he lives. I really don't know if he lives. I want to think that he lives. I don't know. I want to think. And slowly the Gaelic archers are dwindling, but they are taking, you can see a dead line of my Norse archers who are taking quite a bit of archer fire back. And it's just a slow skirmish, so let's speed this up a tad. And actually now I'm setting up some spearmen. Don't know why, but I'm setting up spearmen. They were exchanging exhausted, and I guess I just want to see if I could disrupt his firing. And actually, he's out of ammo now, so he routs that unit instantaneously. And I'm sending up some of my, what do I have? Crossbowmen now, since he's out of ammunition. I guess I could shoot him to bits, but now he's hiding behind his walls, I think. Yes, he's slowly moving, as you can see. Don't know why I didn't move these Gaelic archers yet. They don't have any armor, ammunition, nor good armor, for that matter. So they're just going to be taking the brunt of it, but I send out my dismounted Huskarls anyway. Or at least the first of the units, and it's going to be a bit of a fight. So they're going in for a noble charge against the enemy. And I think, yeah, I have the other unit coming up too, and my general's bodyguard. So this unit's going here, because I was trying to get it to engage the light infantry. But he sends, and he sends 2 units actually, his Gaelic archers with the nice armor-piercing axes, and these Scythrine with also axes. But neither of these have armor, so it's 1 armored unit with axes versus 2 non-armored unit with axes. And it's scary infantry versus non-scary infantry. And actually, they're doing quite well against this Huskarl unit, but I also have another one. I have 2. So they're not doing so hot, my Huskarls, right now, but actually we are making some good progress as these Gaelic archers, and they are quite scared. And now he's sending up his other Gaelic archers to try and outmaneuver my dismounted Huskarls. And I'm just moving up my crossmen, I was trying to get them over here, I think, for a good angle to shoot at. And now we're cutting our way in. I don't think I have any Sami axemen left at all. Yes, I sent them over here, because look, we're still fighting for this wall. There are still javelin men holding the walls. Isn't that obnoxious? I think so. I would decrease so. And it is 80% of him dead to 74% of my army dead. So it's still pretty close, but I'm starting to gain quite a bit of an edge, now 81. And I got my Huskarls, but if my Huskarls were to break, my army would be finished. And he's also sending up his general's bodyguard. And I'm just like, oh no, oh no, because it is a strong unit, but it is slowly taking casualties and losing troops. And, oh, he's actually going into my crossmen, but I counter his movement with my own general's bodyguard. And it's a bit of a fight. And my general's bodyguard has an armor upgrade, and his does not. Because for some reason King Magnus has upgraded cavalry with armor. With armor. He's a great king. He's a pretty good general. He's actually not the best king, but I'm going to trade him out to the hot seat. Hopefully I will. I don't know. I'm hoping for it. I'm not going to... I'm sounding like I'm spoiling things by saying I'm going to trade him up. But no, I actually don't know if I can, because he's still the same as he was. As at least for the most recent upload. I think that was turn 25 that was recently released. How majestic. And my Huskarls are slowly dwindling in numbers, so I'm going to reinforce them with some Norse archers, because they're the last unit that has any melee skill whatsoever in my army to reinforce them with. And believe it or not, this fight is still going on. We have 10 Desai Javelin taking on some Sami Axemen, 12 of them, and some Viking Raiders that are exhausted. But it is now 90% to 80%. I have a 10% advantage, and his general is being slowly overrun. Actually, the 2 generals are fighting. How nice is that? I love when generals fight. But my general seems a lot more bloody, but I guess my general's already red. And it's going to be see who dies first. Because if I lost my general, these guys would probably all rout instantaneously. But he's trying to pull his general out and save his life, and look at that, he does. Like an annoying little guy, he does. But I can now use my general to flank him, but apparently I don't. I don't know why I pulled him out. I would flank and take out these Gaelic archers, because all I have right now is Norse archers and a few remnants of my Huskarls fighting on the lines. But my Huskarls were really taken and beaten up here, because when you have non-armored units with armor-piercing weapons opposed to armored units with armor-piercing weapons, the non-armored probably do quite well, because they don't have, an armor-piercing weapon isn't as good against non-armored opponents, of course. And I'm sending my peasant archers, I guess, into melee. Why not? Just sort of a meat shield, I guess. They can go kick and use their daggers. Well, that's a sign of desperation, I would say, because I have crossbowmen, spear militia left, and some Viking raiders that are exhausted, afraid to use them, but I'm just trying to weight them down and then finish it all off with my general's bodyguard, which is in healthy numbers and quite strong. So now I go in and take out the backs of these Gaelic archers, actually, and they get swamped down. And at this point, it's pretty much in my favor. It is 99 to 86, and there's probably no way he can recover. He's got a few light infantry remaining, killing off the last of one of these Huskarl units. I have to see how many kills they got at the end. and his general is slain by archer fire. Or I choose to think that it was by that peasant archer's dagger. That's a lot more fun to think. So Swedishlandsneckt has lost the siege of Derry, and it was a close fight. And it does mimic the size of the army that I did have left over after I just took Derry in the hot seat, as you will see. And that is all. That is all. We take it. 100 to 87%, so I win by 13% margin, and that is not much, but it is enough. He's still got his Desolate Gentleman who finally rout over here. And that is pretty much the battle. I don't know what's keeping it on. Oh, he's got one Javelin Man with still some ammunition firing here, and I'm like, what is left? I think at this point, and then I found it. And he will die in no time. Don't think he'll kill a single unit here. There he goes, slain. And that is the battle. Yes, only by sword, indeed. We took a lot of casualties. We have pretty much no infantry left, and a few archers. So we did have a lot more numbers, but we were attacking, and he got a lot of kills, of course, so very nice job, Swedishlandsneckt, for a great battle. Very fun, indeed. Wow, 16404. What a nice number. Anyway, so top kills is by some dismounted Huskarls, 95 kills. Of course, they're fighting lesser units. Or actually, no, 99 by some Viking Raiders. That's impressive. Go Viking Raiders. Sammy Axeman not doing so hot, 30 each. So not the best unit for actually fighting, I guess. But they're still pretty good for auto-resolve. And some Norse Archers getting 68, so very good. And my General getting 30. Yay, General. My Mounted Huskarl is only getting 20, and the Light Cav getting 8. So that's pretty sad. Pretty sad. Oh, this Viking Raider's got 33 captures. Nice job. Nice job. And Spear Militia getting 52 captures. Is that real? No, that's how many casualties are healed. Prisoners caught? Oh, not at all. So just neglect what I said for the past few seconds. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you all in the next one. I hope I can keep uploading a little bit more frequently, because I have been doing it like 2 days apart more so now, and we'll see about that. So anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye, my friends.